Hello, lovely ladies. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Camille, your internet big sister, where personal growth meets leveling up in style with substance and soul at the center. For today's video, I want to talk about something that I have been experiencing since undergoing personal development and transformation. What happens when you level up, especially as a woman, is that your presence is going to speak before you do. And oftentimes you don't realize it, where you start to encounter people where they are, how do I say it? A mirror. And it's a mirror that reflects the things that others have abandoned in themselves. And when that mirror is being held up to them, it's going to cause feelings of fear, doubt, inadequacy, and resentment within themselves. And they can't stomach it. It's too intense for them. And so what they do is they use you as a punching bag to lash out on. And I can attest to this because when I was in junior high and high school, I was very much a tomboy. I was very much what people today would refer to as a pick-me girl. I had to constantly perform to get the attention and validation, not just from people, but from men particularly. And I remember being very, how do I say it, judgmental, and I would make fun of a particular group of women. And it was women that were very well put together. They were pretty, they were popular, they were kind, and they looked really good. Like they had the outfits, they put effort into themselves, they had the cute designer bags, and they were very dainty and feminine, and people really just gravitated towards these women. And I would just make fun of them. Like I would kind of like talk in a high-pitched voice, like, like she thinks she's all that. Look at her walking around like she's the SHIT, right? But then as I got older, this was around 2022 where I finally found the answer as to why I felt this way about those women in junior high and high school. It's because those women had what I wanted. And my jealousy that I internalized was being projected outwards towards those women. And I said all those things because I wanted to get approval from those men, because the men that I was around, they wanted to be around women like that. And so what they would do is they would also make fun of those women with me, thinking that, oh, we're connecting, we're having this back and forth banter, we agree on something. When in reality, those men wanted those women. Let's just be for real. So those women triggered me. And I disliked the fact that I didn't have access to those women because what they wanted, I wanted, and I didn't know how to go about with that. I didn't know how to feel and be inspired by those women. All I knew at that time was to project, lash out, and talk badly about those women. And now that I've done the work, now that I have ascended to greater heights, spiritually, physically, and mentally, now I'm on the receiving end of the spectrum. Would you look at that? Oh boy, oh boy. I can say with confidence that I am in a much better headspace mentally, emotionally, and physically, where I have more confidence. And it made me understand that all those years that I was playing small, I was able to transmute that into confidence, into boldness, into being able to be courageous, stand in front of a group of people, and be a public speaker, right? And I actually have a video about transmuting this energy, and public speaking and confidence was a big one for me. So now I have more confidence, I have more joy, I have more discipline, where I take responsibility for things that I own in terms of tasks, in terms of to-do lists, in terms of goals. Those things belong to me. So it's on me to act accordingly and to show up consistently. And little did I know that the the admiration that I had from people eventually manifested into jealousy, envy, and even some degree, hatred. And I've had to tell myself this over and over again. It's not about me being too much for these people. It's about them forgetting how to be full. Now, your presence alone could activate inspiration and discomfort. Now, for me, now that I'm where I'm at, I choose to be inspired by people that are more successful than me, that dress better than me, people that have more wisdom than me. It doesn't reveal that, oh, I'm inadequate. I feel inferior. No, I don't want to feel inferior, because when you feel inferior, it's uncomfortable and you can stay in that position and mindset forever. And that's not where I want to be. Whereas the people that admire you, they will rise with you. They're not going to stay in one place. Now, the others that will resist you, well, you remind them of their neglect. And those are the people that are going to hold you back in life. These are the people who constantly see themselves as victims and they don't believe that they are able to become better. So instead of being optimistic, they choose to be pessimistic because they don't believe that they possess the capabilities to become a more ascended, better, and higher version of themselves. And with all due respect, I cannot be that person to help them. They have the keys. They are the ones that have to activate that power and energy within themselves. I'm currently working on a shadow work journal right now where I have created prompts for people to use to help them understand why certain things trigger them in terms of their experiences, their emotions, and things that they've undergone. And the reason why I'm creating this shadow work journal is because, number one, I've done the work. I've done the shadow work, and a lot of the things that I didn't like about myself, I had to not only accept, but I had to find ways to just turn those negative qualities about myself into positives where it's like, okay, that doesn't make me less perfect, or hang on, it doesn't make me inferior. It doesn't make me low vibrational. It actually makes me human. And so what can I do to turn this weakness or this darkness about myself into a strength and a light? And it's funny, my best friend and I were talking about this, and my best friend, she works in the mental health field and she just exudes that dark feminine energy, but she's the kindest, most sweetest soul. And we were both going back and forth about how whenever people are around us, we tend to see their shadows, right? Like certain things give them away where they're kind of like put off by us, but at the same time, they're fascinated with us because we're both very confident women. We're both very secure. We're both very self-aware. We're both very open to acquiring knowledge without coming off as two know-it-alls, right? And I think especially if you're a woman and also you are beautiful, that's going to make people feel a little bit uncomfortable because then they see that, well, she's perfect. She looks good. She takes care of herself. She's smart. She's perfect. Well, what can I do to try to make her suffer and feel less than what she normally feels, right? So that's going to be something that comes with the journey, especially if you are a woman on her ascension journey. And understand, like I said before, this is not a you problem. This is a them problem. You remind them of their potential, and they have made a choice to do everything and anything possible not to reach that potential. I'll tell you a fun fact about me. I never actually spoke about this, but I am half Nigerian and my middle name is Onwuli. Onwuli in Nigerian means the girl that glows. So if you think about it, joy, being a golden girl, being a woman who lights up a room or environment wherever she goes, that comes with a certain consequence. And the consequence is that I'm going to reveal the darkness and shadows within people that wish they could have the light that I possess. Now, this didn't come naturally. This took years of work. It took years of unlearning certain mindsets. It took years of experience of having to separate myself from people who were going to bring me down because I knew that I had a light within me. And the worst part about that is I didn't know I had this light in me. and I didn't know how to activate it. So I spent years just searching for the right key to activate and ignite the light in me. Now, certain people can inspire you to see your light, but again, they have the key. And if they don't, they have to look for it. I can't be the one to walk with you on a journey to find the light. That type of journey is always going to be a solo journey. Now, along the way, you might meet some people, but understand that it will be very few people. Like you might encounter 2 or 3 people. And sometimes maybe you'll just encounter one, but what matters is that you keep rising. And if something triggers you or disturbs your nervous system, that is your spirit trying to tell you something. Now, it's all about what you do when that happens. Do you look inwards and figure out what that is? Or do you continue to move throughout the world, just projecting and spreading that internalized hatred or disturbance that you constantly feel, that you know is there, but you're actively choosing to do nothing about? It all comes down to choice. And I'm so grateful that I finally decided that, you know what? Why do I feel this way about these women who look good, who embody femininity, who are kind? Oh, well, wait a minute. It's because they have the qualities that I wish I could have in myself. But I was too busy being a damn pick-me, being a damn people pleaser, being a tomboy who was so disconnected from her own femininity that the only solution for her was to just project and be nasty and have a bad attitude. So just know that when you rise, you don't just transform yourself. You are silently giving people permission to reclaim what they forgot was possible. And the light that you have is not there to coddle their shadows. So make sure that you are moving accordingly. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.